Once upon a time, in a quiet village surrounded by wide maize fields and dusty footpaths, there lived a young man named Sipho. Sipho was not known for farming. He was not known for hard work either. But he was very well known for something else. Explaining why things were not going his way. If he woke up late, he would stretch and sigh. "Oh, my village gods did not let me wake up on time." If his pocket was empty, he would shake his head slowly. "This my village gods, they don't want me to prosper." If plans failed, he would simply whisper, "My village gods are working overtime." Nobody knew exactly which village gods. But Sipho trusted them in delaying his progress in life completely. Now, in that village, planting season was serious business. At the first crow of the rooster, people rose like clockwork, picked up their hoes, and headed to their farms. The land was generous, but only to those who visited it often. One evening, as the sun rested low in the sky, Sipho stood among a few villagers and spoke boldly. "This year," he said, adjusting his shoulders, "I will plant a maize farm so big, even the elders will come and greet me." The elders nearby smiled, some coughed. The kind of response that says, "We have heard this before." That night, Sipho lay on his mat. "Tomorrow," he said confidently, "I will wake before the rooster." Morning came. The rooster crowed. Sipho opened one eye, looked at the roof, and gently closed it again. "This rooster is too early," he murmured. "Even the sun has not agreed." When he finally woke, the sun had already taken its place in the sky. He stepped outside, squinted, and shook his head. "This heat is suspicious," he said. "Today that I decided to start my farm, see how my village gods have made the sun too harsh." He sighed. Today is not a good day for starting great things. So he postponed. The next day, it was the same. Too early. Too bright. Too quiet. Too everything. Meanwhile, the rest of the village worked. Fields were cleared. Seeds were planted. Green shoots began to rise. But Sipho's land stayed exactly as it was, peaceful and untouched. One afternoon, as he wandered past the farms pretending to be inspecting, he saw his old schoolmate, Themba. The same Themba who once borrowed everything, even ideas. Now Themba stood proudly in a field of growing maize. "Sipho," he called. "How is your farm?" Sipho paused. That question was dangerous. "I am planning properly," he replied. Themba nodded slowly. "That's good," he said. "Just remember, maize listens more to effort than to plans." Sipho laughed. But the words followed him home. That night, there was no noise. No conversation. Just Sipho and his thoughts. For the first time, he did not blame anything. Instead, a small voice asked him a question he did not like. "What if no village gods are stopping you?" Sipho turned on his mat. "What if the only thing delaying your farm is you?" He frowned. That thought was not welcome. But it refused to leave. Morning came again. The rooster crowed. Sipho opened his eyes. This time, he did not argue. He sat up. No drama. No announcement. Just movement. He picked up his hoe and walked to his field. The land looked at him, quiet, patient, as if it had been waiting all along. Sipho took a deep breath and struck the ground. Once. He paused. Then again. It was not impressive. But it was real. Days passed. Sipho returned to the field again and again. Some days he worked well. Some days he worked small. But he worked. And slowly, the land responded. Green shoots appeared. Life began. One afternoon, as Sipho stood in his growing maize farm, an old man walked by and stopped. "Oh," the old man said with a smile. So the village gods have finally rested. Sipho laughed. They were never tired, he said. I was the one keeping them busy. The old man chuckled and walked on. Sipho looked at his farm, the wind moving gently through the young maize. And for the first time, he had nothing to explain. Sometimes, what we call obstacles are only excuses. Progress begins the moment we take responsibility. Follow for more African folktales.